Hello once again, I'm Chubbs, and we are still talking about bookbinding. So for this topic, once again, I messed up, and I wanted to, please. I messed up, and I wanted to show you how I messed up, so you don't have to. The next thing I'm going to be talking about, headbands. The headbands. So these videos are for people who understand bookbinding already and are in the process of learning. I'm in the process of learning. Pretend like we are in the same classroom and we are learning about bookbinding together. And I just so happen to notice something, and someone else is having trouble with it. So I'm going to explain to them, "Hey, I fucked this up too. Let's learn about this together." The current thing that we're going to be talking about is headband. So the headband of a book is this band up here. It is cosmetic. It is there specifically to help cover up any imperfections that you have when sewing together all of your signatures, and also for covering up the gross nasties on the spine of the book, and covering up the little hole that occurs right here between the spine, between the leather of the spine and the actual spine of the book block. So if you can see here, I messed this up a lot. This is frayed out the wazoo. If I pulled on this, this would come out. The other side's not faring too much better. This is still fucky on one end and okay on the other. There are a few tips and tricks that I learned to make this process less painful. The first one is, so what's underneath here is a hemp cord. That is what's getting the most of the bulk of that headband, and is making it so that the threads here have something to hold on to. For that hemp cord, the video that I watched where I learned how to do that, he just cut off tiny little pieces and he set them on top of there and just started sewing it in place like it was fucking nothing. I don't like that demonstration, because that demonstration is from someone who has done bookbinding for a very, very, very long time and is very, very talented with bookbinding, and he made it look way too easy, especially for someone like me who is not very good at this type of stuff. At least not yet. What I learned is, don't cut little tiny strips of hemp cord and just set them on top of there and expect them to stay there. These hemp cords are tiny. They don't weigh anything. A sneeze is going to push that hemp cord, is going to make that hemp cord fly across the room. You need a way to fix it in place before you start sewing it to fix it in place. And it was such a frustrating situation for me until I figured I don't have to cut off a piece of thread to get this started. Instead, what I could do is instead of cutting off a small piece, we're going to keep it attached to the main spool and sew it in like this, where it's not unattached, it's just right here. We're going to sew it in like that. My biggest problem with headbands is that this thread keeps moving, and it makes it so that my first stitches, they're usually on this side, aren't tight enough. I've yet to figure out how to make these stitches tight. I'll let you know when I figure it out. But a way to keep the headband thread from flying all over the place, don't cut this off until you're done sewing it in place. Yeah? Okay, great.